Hey guys, it's the Redstone Wizard here again, bringing you another Redstone tutorial. This time, we're doing a shulker box storage and call system. Yep, just like my showcase, this one has... I've shrunk down the room a bit. The redstone is all the same. Maybe slightly different here and there, just to try to simplify it and try to make it compact. Too much open space always bothers me. But yeah, it's quite simple. All you have to do is just stand on this block right here, go to any four of the chests, and pull them out and close it, because it'll automatically get thrown onto that chiseled stone block. Underneath there is a minecart with a hopper. And as you can see, all these shulker boxes are exiting. They get sorted through, find out based on what you want. And as you can see, we got a blocker here. But as soon as it finishes sorting out, that blocker gets replaced. And we get reset back. Oh, we got our black concrete. Yay! Let's open it. See? Oh, no more. Well, I get a little hungry. So let's pull our food shulker box out. As you can see, they're all filtering in, and here they go. And they're all done. Now let's sort it out. Let's get the one that has the steak in it. Steak. Well, you know what? I want to bring it with me. Oh yeah, ender chest. Let's throw it in there. Yeah, the ender chest is there just for the purposes of this. I do recommend having it because you can actually have it set up in multiple locations with an ender chest, so that all you have to do is just lay out your shulker boxes for projects. But yeah, let's open it up. Oh, steak, golden apples, golden carrots, enchanted golden apples, and you can also add more of the similar types by just placing a shulker box there and breaking it. And as you can see, we got the steak back. It also does things that aren't sorted, things that you don't have in the system. I don't have any oak planks. I don't like oak. I like spruce. Well, more of I like the spruce because I can actually grow the trees tall and get a lot of charcoal. But yeah, it sorts through everything, and as you can see, nothing's processed, and none are back in there. We don't have any there. Where are they? Oh, here they come. And our oak wood is back. Our oak planks are back. As you saw with the food one, it actually does pull from multiple chests. So if you have a chest with just a bunch of different items, then yeah, it works. But also, what it does is pull all the items, all the shulker boxes with that one specific item in. Now I have one with just a bunch of iron, because when you're doing redstone, you need a lot of iron and a lot of redstone. Ooh, we got a shulker box. Let's see here. Ironing it. One. Break it. We got another one. As you can see, I break them, and anytime I open it, it's full of iron. Yeah, see, iron. And that's it. They all get this put into that dispenser, and there we go. And here they all are. Now, That was, well, a pain. No, this was actually quite a pain to build, but you know what? Let me just gather up everything we need to build this, and let's get to building of this thing. Okay, guys, I'm back, and yeah, I started counting all the resources needed, and I just kept getting lost. You need a lot of resources for this thing. So just to give you a rough breakdown on the types of resources you need torches, repeaters, lamps, droppers, hoppers, comparators, blocks, dust, buttons, favorite building block, something to lay your redstone on, chests, rails, powered rails, or activator rails, minecart with hopper. In fact, we just need 2 of those. Dispensers, pistons, sticky pistons, and stairs. Well, let's take everything out of this. And as I build the items, I'm going to explain what happened. Now, in this one, I did do an exact count except for these. The shulker boxes, you're going to pick however many you want. So let's pull those out. You need 1 random item. You need 1 anvil. I do recommend keeping an anvil in there. As you saw in the intro, I had an anvil. 49 items that are renamed, and another set of items that are renamed, 12 of them. I'm just using banners because you can actually see what they look like. So let's break this, and first thing is we need to build the sorting system. So pick a spot. There we go. Now what we're going to do is build up 1 block going towards whatever side we want. Now up here is our entrance. So wherever you want your entrance, this is pretty much right here. Sorry guys, I don't really do dimensions too well, but yeah, we need to set a repeater on 2 ticks and a torch on top. Get our observers out, which I forgot to mention. We need a bunch of those too. I recommend just placing this one on the bottom, because then we can always pick it up, because we're placing a sticky piston down. And just to pick it up easily, get your button, place it, break the button. There we go. Now, I'm going to place a block here, and a block up. Place your sticky piston there, and a repeater set to 4 ticks. Get your redstone blocks out and place it on the face. Alright. Now we got that part set. Now we're going to go on into the continuation of the sorting. We need a block there and a block up. And yeah, we're making a pulse extender. Redstone, comparator, comparator, not a repeater. There, redstone, redstone, redstone. Then we need a block up 1 and a block powering that block with that redstone. We need this at least on 2 ticks. I do recommend just leaving it on 2, and a block behind it. Place a block temporarily. Place an observer facing forward, and 1 underneath. There we go. That right there will cause it to pulse, and it will pulse because this holds anytime there's an item dispensed. So let's continue on. Let's just move that there and place an observer there. And we need a redstone dust there. Piston facing this, facing towards the center, a dispenser facing backwards. And let's just get our hoppers out. One going into the back of here. And we're going to set hoppers right here. Ooh, that wasn't supposed to happen. Yep, there we go. Now, we'll place a hopper here because we're going to do something cool to that one. But yeah. So let's continue building. So we're going to go a block on top of the redstone torch. And we're going to place a torch underneath and a torch on front. So we pile up. A repeater. Block behind the repeater. You don't need that block. 3. Block on the torch. And now this one, we place a repeater right here with a block on top of the repeater, a comparator coming out, and then we get our dust again and go 1, 2. We need to place a block here, get some more dust, get a torch, place it here, one there, another repeater, this one on 3 ticks, and a block up. There. Our sorting system is almost done. All we now need to do is get a hopper, place one right there, get a temporary block, place it there, get your hoppers again, and we go 1, 2, temporary block right there, hopper going there. In fact, we're just going to delete this hopper to do this. 1, 2, hop up, 3. In this hopper, take 21 items. So 1, 2, 3, 1 in each of these, and 18 in this one, leaving this space open. Okay, now we need to add some more hopper lines. So we'll take the hoppers and go 1, 2. We don't need these anymore. And there's that. Now from here, we will go from the bottom, add a hopper going towards the front, and let's see, how am I going to do this? Oh yeah. 1, 2, and going that way. There we go. Now these hoppers are specifically designed for this part. This one will take the items. This one will take the shulker boxes. Now, as you can see, if I just throw an item in here, it's going to end up in here. But if it gets if this says there's the item, it'll also unlock this hopper, which the piston is just going to push the shulker box, break it, and send it into this hopper, which then it'll collect. This one just takes the items from it. So, next thing is, all we have to do is just build up. I'm going to leave that one alone for now. We don't need this corner. And there we go. Get this sealed in. Now, get your building block because you can see these. Place it there. Get a comparator. And it goes right on top of that hopper. Underneath this block, leaving a 1 block gap, place a block, 2 blocks going towards the back of the build, 1 and 1 up. Place 1 here, 1 here, break that, and dust here, here, and here. This needs to be on subtract mode, and we need a repeater right there. So, anytime a shulker box goes in here, it's going to send a signal to this because it's getting this hopper is getting powered. The hopper right here is getting powered by quasi-connectivity due to this redstone, and that creates a clock, and because of that it keeps updating this signal, which keeps this sticky piston going down, which prevents this from activating and going through, pulling out the one item here in the sorting system. So if we just test it out real fast, we'll just get a shulker box and throw it right up in there. As you can see, oh, yeah, I forgot the one little thing. To test it, take an item, place it in there. We need that back. Okay, so there's nothing in the shulker box. We'll throw it in. It'll break, end up over here, and that sorting item, let's reduce the delay here to, no, we need 4 ticks here. But it's actually supposed to go all the way through. You can see I got it here and it works. It does work. So that right there is our sorting system. That just pulls out all the items. So let's get rid of that. Now let's do our storage system. Get your chests. Now that's your floor. Here's your wall. We want stairs there. So take your chests, and you can actually stack multiples of these up. In fact, actually, because I didn't like the way that originally looked, so I moved it over here. So let's just do the exact same thing. Hopper. Now, depending on how many shulker boxes you plan on using, 3 would be plenty. It gives you plenty of room, and this is set up so that it will not take up a grandeur amount of space. In fact, actually, there we go. And just so that we can have access to visual access, at least, get our stairs, come in here, down, and right between the chests, up. Now you can actually see the chest better this way than if you just happen to use a block. And that was the whole point behind that little setup, was just to be able to see the chest better. Okay, so we can't fill this up with shulker boxes because the system won't lock. So we need to lock it. Now the way to lock it is with a redstone torch right underneath the hopper. So if I throw any items, they're just going to end up in this chest and stay. So now we have to create the reset line. So, well, the activation line. So from the torch, 1 block going down at a corner, place a repeater. Behind that repeater, place a dust. Now, this part is where it's going to get tricky. We need a redstone block and 2 blocks. It doesn't matter what they are, as long as they can be pushed by a piston. Then we go 1 block away from them, And we will place a piston that way, and and with a redstone block on the face of it, right there, just like that. Piston goes into the redstone block. This goes there. Now, this next part, we're going to need these hoppers. So, we need 2 hoppers. We need 1 dropper. So, let me just get this set up right here. We don't need that. Then we need to run a line of droppers back. So just go underneath there. Okay, so now what we need next is we need to pull a signal from this. So we are going to use a simple little drop evader. Just 1 block, all we need. Comparator in here, on subtract, redstone dust there, there, and there. And then a repeater there. So now that anytime an item goes in there, it's going to go into that hopper right there. Which then also, because we need an observer, and I'm going to just pointing this way. In fact, let's just take an immovable block, place it here because I don't feel like reactivating the system. I'm just temporarily placing those there. Place 1 there. And we'll just get a powered rail. One of our powered rails. And place it there. Alright, that's done. So, if this hopper gets powered, it's going to push this piston over, which is power this, which will unlock this, which then will start the sorting system. Let's start the sorting of the system. Okay, so now we go 1, 2, and 3. Because we need to place 3 more rails. 3 more powered rails. And as you can see, we are in line with that piston. Okay, so now let's get an observer going up. A block on its face and 1 going down. Now, as you can see, we're underneath it. So, piece of redstone, or you could even use anything that will cause an update. I am going to be using redstone lamps. We don't need that anymore. Block, redstone lamp, and observer again. So yeah, that will lock the hopper. Now let's get our chest again. In fact, let's just create a temporary floor. Oh, who am I kidding? It's permanent. That's going to be my permanent floor. We'll place chest there. And another double chest there. And 1 more set of double chests. Yeah, I know I'm using blocks to place. I just don't feel like trying to crouch and get these in, because sometimes it just becomes more pain than it's worth. Alright. So, what we need to do is get hoppers. 1 going there. And 1 going there. And we'll just place a temporary block there. And a hopper going there. Now, we need to power this hopper without powering that one. So, I recommend just placing a block on its side. Place temporary that, and I just remember, guys, we need some slabs. This is probably going to be the only set of slabs in the build. So from here, we need slab, 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 and slab. Dust on the two center ones, and repeater. You can leave these on default, leave them on 1 tick, because now I'm just going to simulate the activation of it, and I'll throw those in there. As you can see, they just come and stick right up in here and not go into the hopper. Yeah, let's get all these out because we're still going to need them. Okay, so we got all those out. And let's just replace that back. All right, so there we go. Now that's the storage and the sorting system. So give me a few moments to catch my breath, and we will continue on with the next part, which will be the item, well, the merging system, as I would call it. Give me one moment. Okay, guys, I'm back. I decided to switch out my block for this. So we need a block there, and we need to go up one right there. On this block, we need to place our sticky piston. We don't need that one anymore, and we need to get an observer and place it right there. Okay? Now, on this block right here, we need our droppers. We need one here. I'm just temporarily placing blocks there to make it easier, and one there. We'll break these because we don't need them. We don't need that. And then temporarily we're going to place one here, here, and here. We'll break those two, get our droppers again, and go one, and our dispenser. Yeah, I don't like crouch placing if I can help it. Okay, and there we go. That's that setup. And we don't need that block. So from here, going down and over, and down, over, and up. Yep, there we go. We need a comparator, dust, and a repeater over here set to 2 ticks. We need another sticky piston here, an observer on the face of that sticky piston pointing towards this dropper. Now, we're going to place a temporary block there. Okay, yeah, we just need this right here. We'll get our repeater again, place it there, and we will temporarily place that there because we need our hoppers again, and go 1, 2, 3. Don't need that. And I am just going to barricade that a bit. Place a temporary block there. Get a piston. And smack dab right there. We don't need that one anymore. And a dust. Now get your hoppers again. And now we're going to make a connection. We don't want to run a hopper underneath here because we don't want items to go into this that aren't supposed to. So, going from here, 2, 3, and then 1 there. Now, this line pulls the shulker boxes into this side. Now this side, we need to run it to here. So, from here, we go 1, 2. I prefer keeping them really close to each other. 2, 3, 4. Now, that's as tight knit as you can get it. Last one to place is you get actually we got a couple more. You place a repeater, leave it on default, and those are there. Okay, now to prevent shulker boxes from flying everywhere, all we need to do is that. So let's just get a shulker box. We'll just place it right in here. And I'm just going to come right over here and place a sticky piston in. As you can see, well, oh, I remember now why it didn't work. We need to have another repeater here. So, let's try this again. Yep, I make mistakes and I actually show you guys. Now that shulker box has the piston in there. So, we don't need that. So, next step. Let's get to the, let's get to the call system. So, coming in here. Yeah, as you can see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks before we have a chest. So, let's build out 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where our chest is going to be. Build up your wall. In fact, then we can actually create the section that's going to hold the chest. Then we're going to leave a 1 block gap. And there we go. Now, floor time. I recommend having that as a different color block, a different type of block. You could put any design you want in here. I'm just going to leave it basic right now. Nah. Let's just go with the red nether brick this time. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and just because I want a light source, and I like the look of these, there we go. Okay, there's that. Now, what we need to do is, I just recommend temporarily placing a block here because it'll make it a little bit faster on all of these. Place 2 chests going on top of these blocks. I have them all going the same way because I feel like it. Now we don't need those blocks anymore. And we're going to need our droppers again. That's a dispenser. Now on this corner, all you have to do is place a dropper there and a dropper there and a dropper there and a dropper there. Now this system is mirrored. What you do to one side, you do to the other in reverse. So if I place a comparator going like this on this one, you do the same thing. If I place a comparator going like this on this one, it is the same thing, but as if there's a huge mirror right smack dab in the middle of this. So, I'm only going to build one side up, And then I'm going to take a quick cut after that and build the other side. So, what we need is our hoppers. We need one going into the chest there, and going into the chest there. Underneath here, I'm just got to get it so I can see, and we place one going into there, and one going into there. Alright, so now from here I'm just going to steal this, and let's change blocks. Different system, different color. Let's go with just regular blue blocks. So we want to pull a comparator output from that hopper and that hopper, and we want a block there for later. Actually, no, we don't want a block there. We'll temporarily leave the block there. Alright, get your comparator. One here, one here. Get your observers. One here, actually temporary there. Get a block, place it on top. Then we need our sticky pistons. We're going to need those. We don't need you, you, or you. And we're going to need you. And you. And you. Okay. Place you. And then we need you. Now, what I normally do is I place one there. Go in there because, like I said, I don't like to crouch place as much. It just makes it a little bit more difficult. So, and then we place them like this, and for timing control, we only need 3 items. Now, these named items they don't have to be named. I just had spares and I decided to do it. So, right next to the redstone block, we place an observer going down, one going over, and another one going down. At this point, out of this hopper, we need to place a comparator going out. Then we get our sticky piston again, going down. I said down. And one going, and then an observer on its face pointing to the outside. Go get a block down. We'll place one temporary there. Create a V. And one going over. Just like this. Take a torch, place it there. Dust, place it there. And we need our repeaters. Place it there. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention. We need to run a line real fast. So, from here, we'll just go over one, over, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll just get those running over there. Because this is the only one that needs to be laid on a hopper. So we'll set that to 2 ticks. We'll open this up. Get 4 items. These ones I do recommend being named. And 2 of your blocker item, which needs to be different than your normal item. Now, what I'm going to do here real fast is I'm just going to take a bunch of cobblestone and I'm going to fill this all in. Because now this cobblestone is just as a placeholder. So into this hopper goes another banner. And as you can see, there's nothing there. We need to make sure that we only have 1 banner in here at a time. We'll get a hopper and we'll place it there. In fact, we can actually do that to this one too. Now, as you pull an item out, the banner goes in there. As you put an item in, the banner goes out, and that item takes its place. This holds the system from getting any more items. Now onto this one. What we need to do is take an observer. I'm just going to stand on this, place it on top, get a block up and a block over like this with a piece of dust. Take your piston and your redstone block and place them again. Now this one I do a little differently because of the angle I have to use. We need a conjoining hoppers, and you guessed it, 3 items. Ooh, one too many. 3 items. Now this temporary block that we placed earlier, we need an observer, gimme, going down. We don't need that block anymore. And a comparator on top of it. Now, sticky piston, temporary block, with a observer on the face of that. Break the temporary block, place a block on the face of the observer, go up and up. There we go. Dust, repeater, set to 2 ticks, and on hopper side you place a torch. This one is also on hopper side, you place a torch. So let me get some more cobblestone, because I just want this completely full. And you can use any block as a filler block. Okay, in here, 4 items. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And in, we can just go like that. We get temporary lose 1. We just don't need it in there, so thank you. There we go. Now, that's this part, and then get your stairs, and you can just make it look cool. There we go. Now, to put an item into the system, I want to put shulker shells. Get 1 item of your system, for your system, whatever you want. Just 1. Switch it out with whatever item you have as this blocker. Using renamed items also help out. And if you do want to eliminate the item completely from your system, all you do is replace it. There you go. So we'll leave that there. And you do it with all the chests. So I'm going to get this side built up, and we will continue on. I'll be back with you guys in a moment. Hey guys, this is the Redstone Wizard. The future, from the future. Yeah. The tutorial is getting a little long, and they would not let me render it so that I can get it out for you guys. But don't worry, it's going to continue. I just have to, well, make it out, have to split it up for you. Well, this is the Redstone Wizard. Enjoy building. PlayStation.